Hey, what's going on, Team Freedom? This is your business partner, coach, and friend, Benjamin, coming at you as promised on our weekly motivation and inspiration training that we do on an ongoing basis. As promised, I wanted to come at you guys in regards to an exciting topic that I'm looking forward to as an organization, as a team, as a community, that we all grab onto and really get excited and passionate about it and feel good about sharing with others to invite them into our community. You know, people join movements. People join things that are bigger than themselves. And within our company, within our team, Team Freedom, we truly believe you are not free until you are debt free. Debt is slavery. And most of us carry some debt on us, whether it's a little bit of debt or astronomical debt from student loans, medical bills, whatever the situation is. It is what it is. Stuff happens. I could put it in a derogatory way, but things happen. You know, debt does not define you. One of the things we're going to be talking about, again, Team Freedom, is being debt free. Once we are debt free, financially free. What do I mean by that? Financial freedom is where your businesses, your assets that you set up, whether it's your network marketing business or the money you make from your network marketing business that creates other assets, whether it's real estate or and whatever it may be, to sustain your livelihood, where you don't have to go to work, but you have money continuing to flow in. And it's going to make sure it pays off whatever it is that your cost of living. That's when you're financially free, where you can roll over and still sleep knowing that your bills are paid for. That's financial freedom. We all want that in our lives. We deserve it, but we got to go to work for it. We're going to talk about that. And then time freedom. The unfortunate thing is, here we are on a Monday, and folks, shout outs to my peeps up in up north, who's getting that white stuff finally falling from the sky. Folks didn't want to get up this morning and scrape off their vehicles and drive down to a job building someone else's dreams while they're over in the warm beaches of the world for the holidays. Your boss is on vacation in the holidays while you're dragging yourself into the cold temperatures, into that, office space that you really don't want to be in. And some of you love what you do. I'm not knocking anyone, but in many cases, time freedom is something that we really desire, where when your assets are paying for your cost of living, you don't have to get up and go to work at a job you despise. You could fire your boss and put that back into the economy. Understand what I'm saying? Give that job back to someone else who needs it, because you are now an entrepreneur where you have assets that is sustaining your livelihood. So that's what our mission is all about within Team Freedom, guys, is freedom. People talk about we are free, but I believe personally, you're not free until you have those three things: debt free, financially free, and then time free. Of course, you got to be mentally free, spiritually free, and all those things as well. But the reality is, in those tangibles, those things there, that's something that we must work towards. And that's the mission that we're on. I'm excited about it because we have a vehicle, we have a business that can help anyone and everyone fulfill those goals. So what we're going to be talking about is, we have a business model where you have guaranteed income. With MWR Life, you hit what is called a 2-star. Okay, when a 2-star senior manager is guaranteed that every month, whether you sell something, your team sells something or whatever, you're going to make $20 a day, $600 a month. And then it continues to go up. I'll show you where it continues to go up. Here's the guarantees. You got 2-star, you got 3-star, guaranteed $900 a month, 4-star, guaranteed. It goes all the way down to 10-star, guaranteed $30,000 a month. Guys, we want to talk about the simple $600 a month. You coming on board and we work with you. I mean, you just getting 3 business partners. You're guaranteed $5 a day, $150 a month. With this formula that I'm about to go over, it requires that you generate an extra $150 to $200 a month to start paying off your debt. Let's jump right into that, guys. I want to make sure that we're on the same page here. We're going to talk about a formula just to keep this thing crisp and on time. This is a formula that's going to help you become debt free within the next really 1 to 2 years, I believe, because we're talking not $200 but $600. Now, I will put a disclaimer in there. Some of our debts are bigger than others. I don't have a lot of debt, but I have a few things that I'm going to be knocking out within the next 6 months. But understand this, guys, if you follow this formula, you're going to be able to get rid of your debt, and it's going to make you feel so free. Debt is slavery. Debt is slavery. Write that down. Write that down right now. Debt is slavery. So let's get freed up and get rid of debt. Step 1, you want to stop accumulating bad debt. Whatever you purchase via credit cards, you must make a commitment to pay them off in full at the end of every month. No exceptions. So here we are. This is your challenge on how serious you are about becoming free. Because the commercials are on TV, the holidays are around the corner, and everyone is giving you their Christmas list. Here's the deal. You can go shopping, but everything you purchase, you must be able to afford. Understand this, guys. This is bigger than a feeling, because the ultimate feeling of freedom. And let me just do a sidebar here, team. What's about to happen in America, and I'm not that doom and gloom type of guy, but I'm a real guy. This country is about to be shooken up. This world, everything is about to be turned upside down. You have a Donald Trump in the White House, and I'm not judging anyone's political perspective, but everything that we know has been changed because you have a Donald Trump in the White House, and no one knows what he's going to do. But the experts are predicting that the economy in the next 18 months is going to do some strange things. And if you're not in a position, the rich are going to be rich, but the middle class and the poor, they say, is going to be suffering. Now, I pray because we believe in a higher power. We believe in a God of mercy and favor, but we also have to operate in wisdom. So as you're going out here shopping this month, getting ready for the holidays, I say, don't buy anything on your credit card unless you're willing to pay it off in full within 30 days. Stop accumulating debt. Debt is slavery. Number 2, make a list. And this is where it gets painful. Make a list of all the consumer debt, all the bad debt. You have good debt, bad debt. I'll talk about that on another video. But you have bad debt. This includes your credit cards, car loans, school loans, home improvement loans, personal residence, your mortgage. If you owe individuals money, these individuals, they go on the list. Everybody. And it's going to hurt. Put it down. Everybody. Make a list of all the debt that you owe. You can't fix anything unless you know what needs to be fixed. Understand this, guys. Step 3. Next to each item, you want to make 3 columns, okay? The amount you owe, the minimum payment, and then a number of months of that debt. And the way you figure out the number of months of that debt is basically you divide the amount you owe by the minimum payments. That'll let you know how many months that you have set up to make that payment. So that's step 3. Take your debt, credit cards, student loans, car notes, all that, people you owe money to, and then the minimum payment, divide it, find out how many months that you owe for that debt. All right. So step 4. This is good, guys. Based solely on the number of months that by ranking, you want to put a number 1 next to the lowest number. So if you have a debt, let's say it's a Macy's credit card, you only owe $200 on it for that bag you purchased or those shoes you got. Well, Macy's, that T-shirt. But understand this. So you take that debt and you want to put a 1 next to it if that's the least amount that's owed. And then every one that you have in numbers, you put 1, 2, 3, 4, and usually that mortgage is the last one on that debt. That's usually the biggest debt that you have. So you want to accumulate it, because what you want to do is start knocking off the lowest debts that you have. You want to get your wins. It feels amazing when you just start paying them off. Those are victories, okay? So you want to put a lot of people have different philosophies. They talk about paying off the highest interest rates and all. No, that's not what we're going to do here. What you want to do is identify the least amount that you owe, the lowest debt with the least amount of months to pay, and we're going to start paying it off, okay? So you want to get your first win. This is the 5th step. And this is why I love what we're at in terms of being entrepreneurs. Come up with an additional $150 to $200 a month, okay? If you're serious about getting rid of your debt, this is absolutely important. If you're serious about becoming financially free, you got to do whatever it takes to get yourself in a position where you're making an extra $150 to $200 a month. And if you can't do that, you'll never be financially free. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to be very candid about that. If you can't come up with an additional $150, $200 a month, you'll never be financially free. But this is what I love. With this company, MWR Life, as I share with you guys, you just get 3 business partners to come on board. The company pays you a guaranteed $150 a month. But we don't want to just do 150. We're going aggressive about this thing, where we want you to help you get 3 people to come on board and help those 3 get their 3, because everyone is getting into this debt elimination process, this movement. So now you help 3 people to get 3. You got 12 to 15 people on your team. And now you're making a guaranteed $600 a month. We're about to strike out a lot of debt, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, team. This is exciting. So now you have $600 a month that you utilize not to go buy stuff, not to go out there and shop and splurge. It's up to you. This is your money. You could take that $600 and don't even count it and put it towards eliminating debt. Or you could take 300 of that towards getting rid of debt and use the other 300 for whatever you want to do. But I want you to understand this. Once you figure out how to make that extra $600, now we go to step 6. This is how we're going to do this, guys. We're going to pay the minimum amount of every debt on the list, okay, except for that number 1, that Macy's card. We're going to pay the minimum on that Macy's card, okay, along with that extra $300 or $600 that we have accumulated in our home-based business. So let's say the Macy's debt minimum payment was $50, plus you're going to pay $300 towards that debt. So you pay $350 towards that debt. Boom, it's gone. All right, congratulate yourself. You got it done. You knocked out that first debt. It's going to feel amazing. But now you go to the next one. You want to pay the minimum amount on all your cards or all your debt, except for the second debt. So now the second debt is $90 a month. But this is what you do. You take the $50 from your Macy's card along with that $300, and you pay that whole amount that you was paying anyway towards that next debt. Whether it's, let's just say it's for your new dishwasher and your new dishwasher that you purchased through Sears Roebuck. I don't know. So now you knock out that debt in 3 months. And then you just go down the line, guys. Everything that you release. So now you had $350, that $50 added onto your $300. Now you take that $80 plus that $50 added onto your $300. And now, as you can see, as you're knocking out debt every single month or every other month, that capital is accumulating. Next thing you know, you're paying $400, $500, $1,000 towards debt, just knocking it out, not taking away from anything you're doing. Understand this, guys. What the mistake that most of us do is that money that we're freeing up, we tie it back up and become slaves. We just continue that perpetual cycle of debt over and over and over again. And that's why we stay in bondage, guys. So as we list all of our debt, we basically put them in 3 columns: how much we owe, what's the minimum, okay, and how many months out. You take the least month, whereas if there's a debt that you can knock out in 2 months, you put that at the top. Another debt that's the least amount of months, you put that as second, third, fourth, fifth, and then you just start knocking them out, knocking them out, knocking them out, using all those debts. Understand what I'm saying? Using all those debts and all the money accumulated to knock them out accordingly. Follow me here, guys. All right. My phone is ringing. It threw off my train of thought. So now we're starting to knock out all this debt. Next thing you know, by this time, you're going to see that you're knocking out, you have quite an amount of money that's accumulated. You want to continue to pay that amount of money every single month. So let's just say, as you're taking out your, what is it that I said? Your the $200 Macy's, your dishwasher, your car note, that student loan, you know, the friend that you borrowed $500 from. I mean, all that money that you've been paying on a monthly basis, you knocked that out, you got rid of it. Now you're sitting here every single month, you freed up an extra $2,000. An extra $3,000 in some cases. All that money is accumulated. Don't go back and spend it on silly things that don't bring value. You want to continue to pay yourself. So now if your debt is gone, congratulations, you are now debt free. In most cases, you probably just have a mortgage. Think about this, guys. Imagine paying your car note off early. Imagine paying off your student loan early. Okay, we're going to talk about, I'm going to come back in here and talk about how we're going to improve your credit score. Okay, we have systems that's going to help the team fix their credit scores so that when you qualify for that Mercedes-Benz or that Tesla or whatever luxury car, or for those who go into that, did you know, some of you don't even know this, but our company has a 3-tier car program. First tier, $500. Second tier, $1,250 towards any luxury car every single month. And it's so very doable to accomplish. And then the third tier, $3,000 towards a Bentley, Lamborghini, a car, or your mortgage. So imagine this. Of course, while you're paying off debt, your business is growing. So now let's say you qualify for that third tier. You have a bulk of money that you've built because you're eliminating your debt, and then the company's going to give you $3,000 towards your mortgage every month. So you just take that $3,000 towards your mortgage and you dump this other $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Your mortgage is paid off within 10 years instead of 30 years. Your mortgage is paid off within 5 years instead of 15 years. Guys, I want you to understand what you have. So while you're doing this, this is what I want you to see as the big picture. You're eliminating debt. Your debt is gone within the next 12 months, 24 months, wherever your situation is. Now, most of us wake up every morning to what? Make money so we can do what? Pay off debt. You're debt free. The only cost you have every day is what? Your mortgage. The only cost, the only expense you have is your insurance plans, because we're going to talk about that as well. As you're freeing up money with debt that doesn't bring value, now you take that money and put it towards increasing your life insurance, your different insurances, so we could set your family up. Understand what I'm saying, guys? Most people realize that they need life insurance, burial insurance, those things, but can't afford it because bad debt is taken away from them. But now we're freeing up that debt, and we're investing it in things that's going to set our families up for generations to come. Guys, this is so awesome, man. This is a movement that we are doing. We're changing lives. We're going to change lives for generations to come. We're going to draw the line in the sand now to get rid of that financial curse that has been following your last name. And it starts with a decision today. I was looking at a minister. Go to my Facebook page. The minister said, making a decision is a wealth principle. Man, I wrote it down. I wish I had it in front of me. But he dropped it. He said, prayer is not it's not a process of prosperity. It's a decision. Make a decision. A lot of people, we got to decide the death of all options. You got to decide that going into the new year, that you are absolutely committed to taking your family to the next level financially, mentally, spiritually, across the board. One thing I know for certain, and someone may argue with me, but once you get money out of the way, man, everything gets so much better. You can eat better. Don't you know that money tells you what you eat for dinner tonight? Let that sit in. Money tells you what you're having for lunch. Are you going to a gourmet restaurant and have good food? Or are you going to the dollar menu at McDonald's? Money. See, when you have money, when money is out the way, you could feed your family the better food. You can give them that organic food. You can give them good food. And give them good health and eliminate all that stress that we carry. Stress kills. And many of us are stressed out for dollars. And with this opportunity that you have in your possession, ladies and gentlemen, team, freedom, this opportunity, we are going on a mission to get rid of those things that are burdening us, that are enslaving us. We're getting money out the way. Get serious about your business. Understand that now is the time. If you don't make a move now and you stay stagnant, if you are still operating business as usual after what just took place in Washington, D.C., you're going to hurt. I'm serious, guys, and I'm really serious about this. We have to operate with urgency. We can't afford to be comfortable right now. If you feel real comfortable, whereas it's business as usual, man, come on. If you feel comfortable right now, or if you're uncomfortable in terms of your situation right now and you're not going to do anything about it, good Lord, you're going to be very uncomfortable in another 12 to 24 months, 3 years into Donald Trump's presidency. Things are about to be shaken up. Every expert that I listen to is saying how, and I listen to them because I want to know what the hell is going on. They're saying how the economy right now is just, President Obama, love him. He's made things appear better, but they're not better. I mean, interest rates were at all-time low. That's you can't survive off that. The country can't survive off of that. Student loans are the next bubble that's going to pop. You got all these folks out here, the millennials and everyone who is suffering, carrying around debt because they're following this, go to school, get a good grade, good education so you can get a good job. They accumulate $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 in debt. And then they can't find a good job to pay off that debt. All that stuff is going to flip back in default. People are going to start losing houses, unfortunately. Extra $500, extra $1,000 can avoid people from filing bankruptcy. We're going to talk about how we could fix our credit. Whereas you got a 700 plus credit score, now you can move around a little bit better. I'm going to talk to the team about how to transfer and go into what is called business credit. I'm not going to do it right now because we got to get rid of what we got here. We're going to do it responsibly. But in business credit, you could buy things not in your name, but in your business name. I'm going to share with you why Donald Trump, I like talking about that guy. No matter how you feel about him, he figured out the game and he just won the damn White House. Okay? He ain't as dumb as people say he is, but understand this, he's a businessman who hasn't paid taxes and all that stuff, and it's the law that he's taking advantage of. Most of us don't even understand those laws, and you're an entrepreneur. When you understand the game and know the rules of the game, you can play in the game and win. Imagine being broke on paper. Imagine being able to buy things in your corporation's name instead of your name. So when we eliminate debt and fix our credit and everything in that nature, now you go out and you can establish business credit and you buy houses and investments and all that stuff in your business name. Those are beautiful things to be able to take advantage of and leverage, guys. But let's start focusing on this. Let's get that $300 to $600 now. And then let's start eliminating debt in the next 12 months. In the next 12 months, because we're going to start increasing our income tremendously. Most of you are working a full-time job. So all this money you're making with this company, you could just use it to become free. You're paying for your freedom. Guys, when you eliminate debt, understand this. That just, I know. It's going to make you feel so much better. You owe nobody. What's the scripture in Proverbs? Don't be a lender, or don't be a borrower. A borrower is a slave to the lender. Something like that. It's time to become the lender, not the borrower. And that's going to feel so good, guys. So let's get excited. Reach out to me. Call me, 704-490-6297. I know a lot of folks are watching this who haven't been engaged in their business. I want to help you get engaged. I want to help map out how we can incorporate this program, this company, into what you're doing. What I love about this company, in the comfort of your homes, if I stand up, I'm in my pajamas, all right? But out the comfort of your home, if you got the internet connection and a laptop, your cell phone, you can make money. On your lunch break, while you're still at your job, you could be making money. Guys, this thing is absolutely amazing. Our company is about to take off. We're in a good place right now, and you want to get engaged. And let's close out this year with amazing momentum. Going into 2017, the year of freedom. Boom, I just said it. 2017, the year of freedom. We are going to aggressively get rid of debt, become absolutely financially free. And then guess what? I know a lot of you, when you financially free, man, y'all going to walk in on a Monday morning like today, and you're going to put your foot up on your boss's desk. You're going to take your cup of coffee and sip it and say, sir, you're fired. Now you got time freedom. You got all the time in the world in your hands. You got a business. Don't do that until we talk about it. Don't do it without counsel. But you got business that's generating revenue. You got time, freedom to do what you love. See, most of us don't even know what we love because we're so congested by everything else. All right. I love you all. Let's go out here and get it done. Team freedom, financial freedom, code breakers out.